Howard Schultz's story is one of resilience, ambition, and unwavering determination. He was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1953, a time when the city was bustling with energy and opportunity. His family had little money, living in a modest apartment that barely met their needs. His father worked hard in blue-collar jobs, often struggling to make ends meet. Young Howard saw the struggles his family faced daily, the sacrifices they made, and the hardships they endured. He was determined to create a better life for himself and his family, driven by a vision of a brighter future. When Howard was 7, his father broke his ankle, a turning point that would shape his future. There was no health insurance to cover the medical bills, adding to their financial woes. His father lost his job, plunging the family into deeper economic hardship. This experience had a profound impact on Howard, teaching him about the fragility of financial stability. He saw firsthand the vulnerability of the working class, the constant battle to stay afloat. He vowed to create a company that valued its employees, ensuring they never faced the same struggles. Despite these challenges, Howard excelled in school, driven by a desire to rise above his circumstances. He earned an athletic scholarship to Northern Michigan University, a testament to his hard work and dedication. He studied communications and graduated in 1975, ready to take on the world. After college, he worked in sales for Xerox, where he honed his skills and learned the ropes of the business world, and then for a Swedish houseware company, gaining valuable experience in corporate sales. Howard's early experiences instilled in him a deep sense of empathy, understanding the struggles of others, and a burning desire to succeed, fueled by the challenges he had overcome. He carried these values with him as he embarked on his entrepreneurial journey, ready to make a difference. Little did he know that his path would lead him to transform the world of coffee, creating a global phenomenon. And in 1981, Howard Schultz walked into a small coffee shop in Seattle's Pike Place Market. The shop was called Starbucks, a name that would soon become iconic. Howard was immediately captivated by the rich, inviting aroma of fresh roasted coffee beans that filled the air. He was also deeply impressed by the knowledge and passion of the staff, who seemed to live and breathe coffee. He tasted his first Starbucks coffee. It was a revelation, a moment that would change his life forever. The rich flavor and exceptional quality were unlike anything he had experienced before, leaving a lasting impression. In that moment, he knew he had stumbled upon something truly special, something with immense potential. He felt an instant connection to the company and its mission, sensing a unique opportunity. At the time, Starbucks only sold whole beans, focusing on the quality of their product. They had no plans to sell brewed coffee, sticking to their roots. Howard, however, had a grand vision that extended beyond just selling beans. He saw the potential to create a third place between home and work, a community hub, a place where people could relax, socialize, and enjoy a quality cup of coffee, fostering connections. Excited by his groundbreaking idea, Howard approached the owners of Starbucks with enthusiasm. He passionately shared his vision for expanding the business and introducing espresso drinks to the menu. He believed in the power of coffee to bring people together, to create moments of connection. He was convinced that Starbucks could become something much bigger, a global phenomenon. The owners of Starbucks were hesitant, unsure of the new direction. They were passionate about their coffee beans, priding themselves on their quality. However, they were not convinced about Howard's idea of selling brewed coffee in their stores. They feared it would compromise the quality of their product and brand. Undeterred, Howard persisted with his vision. He spent an entire year tirelessly convincing the owners to give him a chance to prove his concept. He faced rejection after rejection, each one a blow to his confidence. Yet he never gave up on his vision, believing in its potential. He believed that Starbucks could be something truly special, a place where people could gather and enjoy great coffee. Finally, in 1982, the owners relented and decided to take a chance on Howard's idea. They made Howard the director of marketing and retail operations, a significant role. It was a pivotal moment in the history of Starbucks and for Howard. Howard finally had the opportunity to put his innovative ideas into action, transforming the company. He was determined to share his passion for coffee with the world, making it accessible to everyone. Howard immediately set about transforming Starbucks, implementing new concepts and designs. He traveled to Italy to learn about espresso making and coffeehouse culture, immersing himself in the experience. He was inspired by the Italian tradition of coffee as a social ritual, a place for community and connection. He envisioned creating a similar atmosphere in Starbucks stores where people could come together and enjoy a great cup of coffee. Howard Schultz returned from Italy full of ideas. He introduced espresso drinks to the Starbucks menu. The drinks were an instant hit. Customers loved the rich flavors and the Italian coffeehouse experience. However, the owners of Starbucks were not entirely on board. They were concerned about the company losing its focus on selling whole beans. They clashed with Howard over the direction of the business. In 1985, Howard decided to leave Starbucks. He was determined to pursue his vision. He opened his own coffee shop called Il Giornale. The shop was an instant success. It offered a similar menu to Starbucks with a focus on espresso drinks and a welcoming atmosphere. 2 years later, the original owners of Starbucks decided to sell their business. Howard saw an opportunity to reunite his vision with the Starbucks brand. He raised the necessary funds and purchased Starbucks for $3.8 million. Section 5, a global coffee empire. Under Howard Schultz's leadership, Starbucks experienced explosive growth. He expanded the company rapidly. New stores opened across the United States. Starbucks became synonymous with quality coffee and a welcoming atmosphere. Schultz was determined to create a company that valued its employees. He introduced healthcare benefits for all employees, even part-time workers. This was virtually unheard of in the retail industry at the time. He also implemented a stock option program for employees known as Beanstalk. This program allowed employees to share in the company's success. It fostered a sense of ownership and loyalty among Starbucks' workforce. Starbucks' commitment to its employees and its focus on customer experience proved to be a winning formula. The company continued its rapid expansion throughout the 1990s and 2000s. It became a global coffeehouse giant. Section 6, the digital frontier. As the world entered the digital age, Starbucks embraced innovation. The company launched its mobile app in 2009. This allowed customers to order and pay for their drinks ahead of time. It streamlined the customer experience. Starbucks also embraced social media. It used platforms like Twitter and Facebook to connect with customers. The company actively sought feedback and engaged in conversations with its customers online. In 2010, Starbucks introduced its loyalty program. The program rewarded customers for their purchases. It also provided personalized offers and recommendations. The loyalty program became hugely successful, further strengthening the bond between Starbucks and its customers. Starbucks' digital innovations enhanced the customer experience and drove sales. The company continued to push the boundaries of technology, seeking new and innovative ways to connect with its customers. Section 7, Brewing a Better Tomorrow. As a global leader, Starbucks recognizes its responsibility to address social and environmental issues. The company is committed to ethical sourcing practices. It works directly with coffee farmers to ensure fair prices and sustainable farming methods. Starbucks has set ambitious goals to reduce its environmental footprint. The company is committed to using 100% renewable energy in its stores. It is also working to reduce waste and conserve water. Starbucks is also committed to creating a more inclusive and equitable society. The company has pledged to hire 10,000 refugees globally. It is also focused on increasing diversity within its own workforce. Through its social impact initiatives, Starbucks aims to make a positive difference in the world. The company recognizes that its success is intertwined with the well-being of its employees, customers, and the planet. Section 8. An enduring legacy. Howard Schultz's journey from humble beginnings to building a global coffee empire is an inspiration. His story demonstrates the power of resilience, vision, and persistence. Schultz dared to dream big. He overcame numerous obstacles to achieve his goals. Schultz's leadership transformed the coffee industry. He created a global brand that is synonymous with quality and connection. He also built a company that values its employees and gives back to the community. Schultz's story teaches us that anything is possible with hard work, determination, and a belief in oneself. His legacy continues to inspire entrepreneurs around the world to pursue their passions and make a positive impact on the world.